into the deep about buffer. So you just go through the lecture materials. Since there are, according to the features of vector data, we are having 3 types of buffer, which is point buffer, line buffer, and polygon buffers as well. So that is a coverage. So according to the range that we are assigning as the, according to the spatial data, that will become as the buffer circles. Okay. So we can assign different types of buffer. So we'll see. So one by one we'll see. So first I will enable the Eastern Province clip. Then go to buffer. Then So this is Eastern Province cities, right? So Eastern Province cities. So what you can do, go to buffer, then select the Eastern Province cities. So here in the distance, okay, so you have to make it as the linear unit. Then you have to select the unit. So where you have to assign as kilometers. So since we are dealing with our it is kind of the large extent map, so it is always advisable to go with the kilometer. So when you're taking only a particular DS division, which is very small extent, then that time we can go for the meters. But if it is a large extent, it is always advisable to go to kilometers. Okay, so now I'm adding, so for example, I need the buffer for 4 kilometers. So I'm just assigning 4. Okay, then here you don't need to change anything. There's a thing called dissolve. So dissolve means there are 2 types of dissolve. One is none, another one is all. Okay, and also list also there. So accordingly we can arrange. So we'll see the both 2 extents. Okay, so none means if you select the none dissolve type, what you can do, what you will get a image, okay, the buffer with overlapping circles. Okay, if you select the none dissolve. But if you select all dissolve, what will happen, that those overlapping circles will be considered as 1. So that will be continued and considered as 1. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, first of all, I've selected the none. Even if it is list 1, if you select the list 1, what you can do? Here in the dissolve fields, you can select what dissolve field should be dissolved. Okay, accordingly you can arrange. So first we'll see what is none dissolve. So okay, you have arranged everything, then click OK. So if it is none dissolve, so this is how it comes. Okay, you can rename it as cities none dis. Likewise, for your identification, it is always advisable to, whenever you are doing your getting the output from these kind of tools, it is always advisable to rename it for your identification. Then only for in terms of your practical examination perspective, it is much more advisable to do for like that, because then only you can find out the finally, while you are preparing the map or preparing the image in the layout view, it is it will be helpful so to easily assign the map portions. Okay, so if you keep everything as buffer 1, buffer 2 and everything, you may confuse. So what is buffer? If you fail to identify the dissolve type by viewing, that time you may confuse. So it is always better to mention what kind of dissolve it is. So this is non-dissolve. See here, so I'm zooming in. So these circles are being overlapped on another. Okay, so these circles are overlapping. So you can see the boundaries which are overlapping, you can see it. Okay, then we'll go for the buffer, which is all dissolved. Okay, again I'm selecting the 4 kilometers. So if you are having the, if you want to have the closer differentiation for the same thing with the optional types, it is better to assign the same unit. Okay, so I am assigning the dissolve all. Okay, you have to configure once you come, and if you scroll your mouse using the scroller, here it will change the type. Okay, even though you select by using this drop box and you select as all, if you scroll down, it will go to list. So you have to configure at the before clicking OK, you have to configure whether the dissolve type is in all. Okay, then click OK. See, so this is the difference. Okay, so cities all buffer, sorry, all dissolve. Okay, so if it is all dissolve, what it shows actually, these overlapping circles are being united and that is becoming as a one feature, or that shows as a one polygon. It is not actually the polygon, but it is the coverage, but it is not showing the overlapping polygons, overlapping circles boundaries. Okay, so entirely united and one boundary is there for each and every feature. Okay, so that is for the buffer. So this is for the point buffer. Then we can do it for the line buffer. Okay, so again you can go select the EP roads here for the line. So I'm selecting 3 kilometer. Okay, similar to that, you can have the dissolve type, none and all. Here there is an additional thing which is called as side. So now what I'm assigning full. Okay, so if I assign full, that means a line, the both side, left side and right side of the road will come as the buffer. So now I'm assigning it as full. There's no any changes. Okay, so for the units, you have to assign it as kilometer. Then you have to go to, it should be something, I'm giving as 3 kilometer. Then click OK. Okay, so here, see, this is the non-dissolve. Why? Because you can see the overlapping buffers, overlapping buffer boundaries. Okay, so this is the, actually what I've selected, this is all side. The side is, okay, all. Okay, so what you can do, all. Okay, then what next what you can do, here again I'm selecting EP roads, kilometer as 3. Okay, the side what I'm going to assign as the left. Okay, so then click OK. So if you assign as left, see, only the left side of the buffer is being selected. I mean, it's being shown. So there's no any right side. Why? Because I've selected only the left side. Okay, so one side of the road will be shown, because for the points that you're not having these kind of side options. Okay, so since I'll show you. So if you're selecting a point feature, so again I'm going and selecting a point feature. If the point feature is selected, only there are the method and the dissolve type, these things will be available. The side type will not be available, that is being in gray. Why? Because there's no any side for the points, but there is a side for the lines. Okay, so that is why we are taking like this. Okay, then you can go to, again you can go for roads and you can make it as kilometers, and again 3 kilometer, then right side. Okay, okay, so this is for the right side. So previously it was left side. Okay, then this is right side. So according to the sides, you can have the variations. If you want, you can get it in the all. Okay, so likewise you can differentiate your buffers. Then there's another thing which is for the polygon feature. So I need the forest. Okay, so I'm selecting the forest are the polygons. Okay, so again I'm selecting as kilometers, which is I'm assigning as 5 kilometer. Then click OK. So select the forest. Okay. So to view the forest and the buffer itself, what you can do, so I'll give some more color first. Just keep it overlay on it. See, so this is the forest. Okay, so if I remove this one, so this is how it comes. So similarly, it will entirely select the polygon and the outer extent. So you can configure more with this. See, it is about, by using the measure, you can find out it is more or less 5 kilometers. So from the boundary, we are getting 5 kilometers, and also it will consider the polygon as well. Okay, so similarly for points also, from the points it is taking the circle, and the roads, from the roads it is taking the buffer. So likewise for the polygon also, it has been, since it is it's being already covered a polygon, already the feature is being filled, and added from the outer extent it is taking additional. Okay, so this is called forest. So forest buffer. So this is actually here same as the road. Okay, here also you can get the sides. Okay, so kilometer, I'm assigning 5 kilometer. Here also you can get the side, but here what you can do, you can get, there's no any left side or right side for the polygons, because polygon is not definitely that is not a straight line, or the definite edges are not there. Okay, we can't define it as it is. Okay, so there's no any left side or right side. So what you can do, outside only. So if you click outside only, what will happen, it will give you only the, so previously what happened, when we can consider all, the polygon also been considered, and from the outer extent, the boundary of the polygon, 5 kilometer also considered. If you select outside only, what will happen, the polygon polygon will not be considered, but from the boundary, the outside 5 kilometer, that is the only thing will be considered. Okay, so I can show you. So here, if you click OK, see, so for example, I'm removing all these. Okay, see, this is the forest, this is the polygon. Okay, and this is the buffer for all buffer, forest all. But this is the outside only. That means the inside portion, it is being disappeared, or it is being take it off. So what you can do, if you remove the forest, there is no any space, there is no anything in between. Previously it is being filled when you are considering the all, but this portion is being removed. You can get only the outer boundary extent. So it starts from here now. From here we are taking the 5 kilometer. Okay, from here you are taking 5 kilometer. So that is being reduced so that is being reduced and disappeared. This portion is disappeared. Only the portion from the boundary 5 kilometer buffer will be there. Okay, so these are the types of buffer. Okay, so for if it is a point buffer, you can go to dissolve and non-dissolve, and for each point buffer, line buffer, and also polygon buffer also, you can go to dissolve and non-dissolve. But when you go for the road, you can get the side buffer, full, left and right. So when you go for the polygon buffer, you can get full and outside only. So these are the types of buffers. Okay, according to the requirements, you can assign it.